What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's me, Khalid. Some people call me King Khalid, but you could call me Khalid for now. And welcome to another episode of Something to Think About. This is my platform that I'm building up where we're going to be talking about music, primarily hip hop, politics, of the things that I do know and I'm passionate about, movies. I love talking movies, books, a whole plethora of topics. And I'm excited. This is still the beginning. I don't have the biggest equipment, I don't have the biggest space right now, but I'm excited. And people just say, hey, just keep going, because you know why? You got to punch greatness in the face. And that's what I'm doing. I'm punching greatness in the face. I'm getting into the routine of things. So if you are enjoying this kind of content, please reach out to me and send me some positive feedback so I could continue building and going in the right direction. Okay. Today, we are going to talk about J. Cole. J. Cole. Jermaine Cole. And I think for anybody in my age group and younger and even a little older, we all kind of know who J. Cole is by now. I don't want to really explain, but for those who don't know, he's a rapper that blew up around 2009, 2010. He blew up as Jay-Z's protege. That was his thing. He blew up as Jay-Z's protege. It was like, yo, he's Jay-Z's protege, but he kind of sounds like Nas, but he kind of sounds like Jay-Z, but no, he sounds like J. Cole. And J. Cole kind of embodied a specific lane in terms of like how to rap and the kind of bars you're making and the kind of subject matter you're talking about. And he became one of the most popular rappers of the 2010s. He stood next to Drake and Kendrick Lamar and all your favorite rappers. He was on that level. And J. Cole, what makes him very, very interesting of an artist that he is because he's very, he's very good technically when it comes to rapping. He has a very good flow. He also is very diverse with his subject matter. So he goes from like doing braggadocious rhymes to doing like rhymes about like, social conscious kind of topics to, doing rhymes about like love. And, he's never really, especially during like through midway of his career till now, his whole allure has kind of been about, no matter how big he's gotten, he's kind of wants to be a humble, down to earth kind of person. At least that's what he presents to us. He makes a lot of songs and he speaks a lot in his music about just being, happy with the simple things that you have in life, having a good woman. It doesn't necessarily mean you're not attracted to other kind of sexier women, but that you love the people that you love. Your wife, your girlfriend that loves you, you love that. You love your passion. It doesn't mean that you don't like money, but a whole lot of money doesn't necessarily make you happy. What makes you happy is, doing things that you're really, really passionate about. This has been his message for a while. He's not really the rapper that's gotten a lot of awards. I don't think he's won a Grammy yet. Maybe he's won a Grammy now recently. I'm not sure. But he's not really a huge Grammy nominated artist, a huge Billboard, nominated artist. He's somebody that every kind of subgenre of rap fans, they all respect more or less. If you like the lyrical conscious kind of style, you could get into J. Cole. If you're into the, the turn up style, he got a turn up flows. He does the triplet flow a lot that kind of makes him stay relevant in the younger generation. He could do, songs for the club, but, a running joke about J. Cole is that, oh man, J. Cole's music will put you to sleep. And the thing about that is that he does a lot of his own beats. And with him doing a lot of his own beats, he tends to choose very like lo-fi, mellow sounding kind of sounds because he's a poet. He's very poetic. He's very poignant with his words. And, he is somebody that speaks clearly, and you listen to his words and you listen to what he has to say, and you gravitate towards him one way or another. And he's been very, very successful at it. I mean, you know how hard it is to break into the music game. So to be on his level is like, wow, you know what I'm saying? You know, not a lot of people could say they've done that. So shouts to him. J. Cole has been kind of quiet from putting out music, at least in like the rap ways, you know, in the rap terms of what quiet is for a relevant rapper, you know. But he's not the only one. But J. Cole is kind of like gearing up for a new album. So he puts out this mini documentary. It's called Applying Pressure. And Applying Pressure talks about how he's going to put out these two projects. This one project is coming out in a few days, which is called The Off Season. And then later down the line, his next project and possibly his last project is going to be called The Fall Off. So that means there's two projects left. Two projects left with the word off in it. Now, you watch this mini documentary and you could tell that, you know, I'm always fascinated by J. Cole because it's like, you know, he's always in these random, like, you know, nothing about his image is always like he's in $1 million mansion or, you know, he's in $1 million studio. I mean, there's this one scene that he's on a private jet with his team, but like they're going to like a house that he used to record in before he got famous to record his music. And that's been his whole thing. Like he's the type of dude that rides a bike in the city and he's just, you know, chilling in some random place in Queens. And I'm just like, yo, I'm fascinated because like I've been in Queens and I've been in the city. I've not seen J. Cole once. So I don't know if that's just me or if that's just an image thing. Whatever. Either way, like he's talking a lot in this documentary about how he's trying to exit the game. He wants to exit the music game. He wants to exit the rap game. He wants to be able to say he's fulfilled with what he brought to it. And he keeps mentioning this word skill. He keeps mentioning skill. He keeps mentioning skill as if like he wants to feel compelled and fulfilled on a skill level of what he's bringing, not necessarily about him selling the records or having the hottest songs in the streets or having the hottest songs in the club. He keeps mentioning skill. Like he wants to make sure that on a skill level, he's maximized his potential. All right. So your next two albums are going to be called The Off Season and The Fall Off. You mentioned skill a lot. He is also just like into basketball. So like, aside from this mini documentary, which they kind of touched on a little bit, J. Cole is going to go play in Rwanda for a Rwandan national basketball team. I think it's called like the Rwandan Patriots. And this basketball team, the Rwandan team of this basketball African league or something. Cool, but like, wow, like of all countries, usually when people want to play international ball, we always hear either someplace in Europe, someplace in Asia, or Australia, you know? I've never heard people saying, yeah, I'm going to go play professional ball in Rwanda. Like, wow. But shouts to the people in Rwanda. Shouts to the, you know, shouts to Rwanda, you know, and judging from that, it makes me start to think that, you know, J. Cole probably wants to be in a place in his life where he is humbled. And not only is he humbled, where he's motivated to conquer something new. So anyway, just a few minutes ago, J. Cole put out a freestyle on LA Leakers. And, you know, I have to reenact it for you, but it's like, you know, the two DJs, DJ Sour Milk and comment in the comment section what's the other DJ's name. Shouts to LA Leakers. They're really good though. And, you know, they're like hype. They're like, yo, we got J. Cole. We got J. Cole. And body language says everything. So they're like, it took 12 years to get a new J. Cole freestyle. J. Cole for him to come over here. 12 years. We waited 12 years. And he's just like, yeah, you know, the video just starts off him like, yeah, okay. So they put on the one beat, 93 till infinity, like a classic boom bap, early 90s sounding beat, you know? and and he hits it with the last line, like, I'm the hardest shit from the South since slavery. And they're like, oh my God, oh Lord, oh my God, yeah. And they're laughing and they're laughing. He's like, I'm the hardest shit out since slavery. And he's back to his whole like, and they're like, okay, J. Cole, well, we got another beat for you, you know what I'm saying? We got another beat, like, you ready to do this? And he's just like, yeah, let's go. We could do it. All right. So they put on the second beat, and he's flowing and he's flowing. This time he's flowing with his like triplet flow. He's on his down south wave, his triplet flow, and his, the new generation wave, and he's talking his shit, and it's like, oh, and he's just like, oh man, we can't wait for the off season. It's like, yeah, go get that now. You know what I'm saying? Go get that. Clearly, J. Cole is not motivated in rap anymore. And, you know, that's okay. That's okay. I think we have to always remember that, our favorite artists they all are human beings in the end of the day. And being human, you're going to go through phases in your life. You're going to fluctuate with things that motivate you, things that don't motivate you as much. And also, you want to be challenged in your life. For instance, people always say that, like, you want to grow, like in your job, you want to grow, and in your career, you want to grow. And for J. Cole, maybe he's felt like he grew enough with this rap game. He puts out his music. He got one of the biggest fan bases. They love his music. They love his style. Like, I enjoy J. Cole's music. And he's kind of just like at a point where he probably feels that, like, no matter what he spits, no matter what he raps about, everybody's just kind of like, yay, you're so good, J. Cole, yay. And he himself is like, yeah, sure. He probably feels like he's mastered it. In the documentary, you find out that he was very, very militant, and when it comes to his production, in terms of like producing beats and writing his rhymes, he took it like it was a drill, like it was like a basketball drill, like, make sure you write a verse a day and a beat a day and all these kind of things in order to grow and force your way into the game so you could succeed. And that was his like way he came up. But now he doesn't really see himself really having that kind of drive. I don't think the music that he's going to put out is going to be bad. I don't think it's going to be terrible. I don't think it's going to be whack. I don't think it's going to be uninspired. But I do think that he's at a point where he is more or less not really infatuated with having all the music fans love him and he could do no wrong. And, he's always just going to be the top two, top three, top one rapper in the game right now. And I think he wants to just find something challenging. And if that means he has to go all the way to Rwanda to play basketball to fulfill a love that he used to do when he was younger, so be it. And you know what? As us music fans and music connoisseurs, music aficionados, music appreciators, we have to live with that and understand that, these people are, people at the end of the day. I mean, like, look at Will Smith, right? Like, Will Smith was just making movies, two movies a year, and it got to a point where people were saying, like, yo, did Will Smith fall off? And now look, Will Smith took on a whole new life as a social media influencer. And now he got the funniest skits on Instagram, and he's, a motivational speaker, and he's still putting out his movies. So sometimes with us human beings, we have to find things that challenge us, even if that hurts some of our, core demographic with whatever we do. We still got to find things that challenge us. And, good luck to J. Cole. I mean, clearly in his body language, clearly in his album names, clearly in the documentary, clearly by the fact that he's on the cover of Slam magazine, apparently the first rapper to ever cover Slam magazine. J. Cole is trying to, maybe not really get into music as much, but get into basketball, but also just having new challenges. He mentioned that he's expecting a child soon, so congratulations to him. And I think we could all learn from this as a way to say, hey, in life, you work really hard and whatever you're passionate about to get to a point where you can decide when you're done or not. And when you do decide, you're doing it and you're bowing out gracefully. And maybe he'll come back, and maybe we all come back to the things that we once loved with a newfound inspiration and newfound hunger that'll make us, really want to, you know, strive for more, and strive for more, not necessarily on a financial level, but strive for more on an artistic, skillful level. From what he said, skill. So that's my thoughts on it. Comment your thoughts on it below. And we're going to talk about these things more. If you've seen my Mother's Day video, it didn't come out yet, but my Mother's Day Dear Mama video is one I'm really, really proud of. We're going to continue building this up. And, give me some positive feedback. Let me know what you think. Give me some topics that you want me to talk about. But for those that are following my journey, I really appreciate this, and like I said, we're going to grow and get more and more and more, because you know why? We have to punch greatness in the face. So, yeah, that was another episode of Something to Think About, and enjoy yourselves, everybody. Peace.